Good day everyone, I am part of Immersion V of BN12. So for today's video, I am going to tell you what was my whole experience before, during, and after our community immersion, and of course, what was I realized and learned while planning and conducting the 4 activities, which is first, the free tutorial, second is the feeding program, third is the cleanup drive, and last but not the least, fourth is the tree planting with my fellow groupmates. So before we conducted our community immersion, we planned and agreed together that here in Barangay Sikatuna, Isabela Negros Occidental is our location, which is we can freely perform our activities well. But before that, we ask permission first in our overly supportive barangay captain. When all is set, the first activity that we conducted is the free tutorial for the primary students who have difficulty in reading. While conducting this activity, I realized that how education is important in our daily life. Why? Because as I said, we invited those children who have difficulty in reading. And honestly, it motivates me that in this little way, we can teach and help them even though in a short period of time. I felt their courage and willingness to learn how to read. Then, one time, during our lecture, the boy that I assisted said to me that, "Manang, gusto ko gid bala makabalo magbasa, pero why si may matudlo sa akon." And honestly, it touches my heart. Imagine, he wants to learn how to read, but nobody can assist him. It's because of our educational status nowadays. So after all, I gave him a piece of advice saying that Miguel, his name is Miguel. So I said to him that, "Miguel, if wala gani ubra si nanay or si manang mo, pwede mo sila hagadon nga nanay or manang, pwede mo updan magbasa para makabalo ko." Then he answered me na, "Si manang walang guro makatudlo sa akon basa, kay si mama nang hindi man kabalo magbasa." Then I said to him that, yes, of course, why not? And what I learned about it is, look, we are so thankful and blessed that we can read in our own while others cannot. So after our free tutorial end, we provided our students as souvenirs which it can help them in their schooling, just like papers, pencils, ball pens, erasers, and sharpeners. And I see those happy faces and their smiles while receiving those items. So after the free tutorial for the primary students, the next activity that we conducted is the feeding program. We prepared a lunch for them, a rice and a chicken for their dish, while their desserts is a spaghetti and sandwich, 2 slices of apples, and buko juice for their drinks. And I am so happy seeing each one of them sharing and being appreciative. It is important that children is eating healthy foods than junk foods. So, as a future educator, I have to consider or must engage this kind of activity inside the campus or classroom, because feeding program empower them and give them proper nutrition to go on with their everyday lives and be more responsible students, eventually helping them aspire to a brighter future. Ultimately, the benefits of feeding programs go beyond providing nutritious meals to children. We already conducted the free tutorial for primary students, the feeding program, and now we conducted the cleanup drive. So, during our cleanup drive, honestly, it is not easy, but it was very fun. Even though the sun is very hot, but still we keep on going. So, it is important to have a clean environment, and of course, getting our community involved in a neighborhood cleanup can be a great way to create awareness in our area and can lay the groundwork for the future waste reducing efforts. A cleanup can also bring a sense of community and responsibility to keep our homes and common areas safe and clean for us to live. So the last activity that we conducted is the tree planting. During our tree planting, honestly, it was very fun. Even though we are tired walking to the sites where we're going to plant our seeds. But I learned and realized how important tree planting in our environment. Just like the roots of trees hold the soil in the place as it fights erosion that causes landslide, it is absorb and store rainwater that help reduce runoff and sediment deposit after the storms. It also helps recharge groundwater supply, presents transport for chemicals into streams as well as prevent flooding. So as a whole, I am so happy to work with my group mates during our community immersion. Yes, honestly, it is hard or difficult, but we have unity, and I believe if there is unity, we can do whatever it is. And during our immersion, we build friendship, even though